Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, today is another day where I'm hoping my computer is going to be merciful and allow me to do some work. I have this mad idea to draw Huey as Static from Static Shock. Huey Freeman from the Boondocks. So I'm going to see if I can sketch out a design first before I throw it onto my jacket. And I think I want to do his head right here. And I want to kind of get a perspective type of thing. Like I want his hand right here, his other hand kind of like back here. If this is coming forward, then this should come forward. And then have maybe, because I was thinking about he'd be a little bit hunched on my back because the hood will come down kind of like that on my back. This shirt is a black hoodie, so I'm figuring that it'll come like this, and so I'll have to bring his head a little further down. Like here's where the bottom, let's see, and this is where the bottom of the jacket will be. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put on the front though. I might just put Static Shock or Shock to Your System or lightning bolts. I haven't decided yet. I might just do like the little symbol. Let's see, I want him to kind of face outward and down. Got his, like, instead of his afro, it'll be like Static's dreadlocks. I think I'm going to use the cartoon version of his costume because that is really recognizable. And I'm sorry if this is a little light, but I usually draw light when I start. Okay, so and I just kind of want to put it in perspective a bit, and then I'll have lightning bolts. His hair is going to be coming probably around this way, and I wanted, let's see if this is going to be his leg, and he's kind of twisted, like here's his pelvis. He's going to have the iconic jacket. His hand over here is going to be smaller, and I don't know if I want to put it in a fist. If you're doing it this way, it's going out away from the body, so that's how the fist would be. And then this would have lightning. So I think the pose will be like this. I want him, I don't want to do the same thing as I see online on like everybody else's thing, but I kind of want him bent in some way so he'll fit diagonally across my jacket. Let's see, if I do that, his foot will have to, and I kind of want the lid of the trash can, either a trash can lid or, because it's like this is coming forward, I want this to come forward. But if I have this out like this, there we go, this might have to go back. I just kind of want him kind of riding on the trash can lid. Or whatever disc that he decides he's going to use. That's kind of awkward. If this foot is back here, this arm will probably be even further back. So maybe towards his head or the hoodie. So this is going to come forward and kind of like be in your face. Then I got Huey's face here, the dreadlocks, and then let's see, I don't want him to look like he's in a position where he looks like he's about to take a piss. It's like, oh, I'm trying to hold it really bad. Let's see. So if we're like this, I kind of, let's see. So here's his hand. And I was trying to watch some videos on foreshortening, but I'm like, I don't know. They kind of suck. It's just pretty much have this look bigger than his head, then have this smaller or as the same size of his head, just so that it gives it the idea that it's perspective. And then, but I want to kind of get it so that it's angled. So here's his torso. He's kind of bending a bit. He's aiming this way. I want him kind of like deflecting the blast. Let's see, so I was thinking about even looking at some Spider-Man poses, just so I can get this pose down. But I hate that this hand is going to be the same as this. Usually it's this and then this being big, like coming towards you, and then this receding, just to give it like a dynamic type of thing. Like when you're walking, one arm goes forward and the opposite leg goes forward, you know, and it just alternates in between. But this one, I'm not sure. It might be small and then large right here. But I kind of don't want that. So let's see. I have to turn his body so it's almost like the Silver Surfer. He's got a leg here. Ugh. This is his knee. His foot. But see, then I've got this problem with this part right here. So I'd have to angle the body up a little bit more, kind of like that. In order for him to do that. But still, this ends up coming forward, and I don't want that to happen. I want this to go back. And still be on the disc. So it's kind of frustrating. All this will have to go back and all this will have to come forward, or I have him look like he's squished up in a box. The disc is like this. I mean, I guess it wouldn't look too bad. He'll still have to come forward this way, and this would have to go back that way. Yeah, this is my thought process as I'm just trying to create a pose that I like, that I'm comfortable with. Okay, because once I start putting the paint on it, that's all there is to it. Let's see, so if he's using, I guess it's not a bad thing. Okay, so if this one is back, I can alternate the arm. Let me try it on a different piece of paper. Let's see, let's try it this way. I don't like that. Okay, I'll figure it out. I don't want to waste paper. Okay, so instead of it being this arm going forward, if this is going to be this leg coming forward, oh, lots of erasing. I should have drew lighter. Okay, all right. Okay, so if this one's going to come forward, this hand will be over this. Well, then again, you know, that's kind of different. If this hand was here, this hand slightly back, but it's still a head. I still got to figure out what to do. Let me see, maybe this will help me solidify it. Throw fingers this way. And mind you, I'm going to have like electricity coming forward. And then he's got this hand here. Really close. This one's really far back. Let's see. And there's his shoulder, forearm. He'd probably have like sleeve here. And he's really throwing it out there. Look at that. He's really throwing that electricity out there. The head will have to be probably more angled this way. His shoulders have to come out a little bit. This one's going to come forward, but I could have it come out more. Let's see. And then the forearm and the bicep. And his eyes are facing forward down there. The downside to this is you don't see the symbol. So I'd have to spread his arms out in order so that you can see the symbol on his chest. Let's see. And then that would be the hand or the gloves. Yeah, I'd have to space that out more. Let's see, so there's the head. And still, I'm fussing with the legs. Think. Okay, so this is just one particular pose. It's not the pose. Let's see. Okay, and then it has to be smaller. All of this will have to be smaller. That looks like he's running at you. Let's see. I could have this kind of action going where it's kind of looking down. There's his foot. There's his, let's see. His body's twisting a bit. God, I'm so glad I have drawn this out first. And then I can put the disc here, but all this is getting too close to the hood. So I'd have to bring that down. And it looks too desperate. He looks like he's really just throwing it at it, and we really, let's see, Huey is a little bit more cool than that. He's not that desperate. If anything, I'd only probably want one hand. I've seen some where he's gripping here. If I cross his body, then I lose the symbol. Okay, I'm going to see if I can start over on another sheet of paper. Yep. This is what happens when you want to have your own. Let me do some other sketches here. So maybe, okay, so my original idea using stick figures here. he was going to be more bent. Let's see, we'll have that come right there. Here, going this way. Now that's not a bad pose. Like, so if his arm was up like this, I'd still get a good vision of, good shot of his chest. So if this is stretched out, I kind of want this to be stretched out, the alternate leg. But this leg will have to take some sort of position. So he'll have to twist. So we got his head forward. Here's his chest. This arm is going this way. This arm has got to come down then. Because, let's see, I just want it to alternate. So if this arm is going up, this arm is kind of giving him balance or balance. Let's see, if this leg is and then I imagine that his jacket will come out a little bit. Let's see. I want his head to angle down more. Okay, so there's that pose. And I want to twist his body, but okay, so if this is stretched out, okay, he's on that disc. This is really stretched out. This part should be squished. That'll let the jacket kind of billow. Okay. Okay, so I still have the problem of this arm here. I could have it grip. Maybe even tilt the disc. Let's see, so this one, this leg will have to come out this way if it's going to stretch, and then this leg will have to bend somehow so it'll hit this part. Ooh. I'm trying not to be lazy and using somebody else's pose. Let's see. There we go. Must be some trash can lid. Or what is it called? Manhole cover. Okay, let's see. So this leg will be bent. got the jacket. He's kind of got a high collar. I'm going to have his dreads. So if he was, we'd have that action going. I like it more towards, because I want him to face out. Let's see, so I've got his hands here, got the lightning, or I can do the fist and it's got lightning instead of his fingers outstretched. Let's see, that's his knee, that's his knee. Let's see, so there's that, and it's kind of like receding, so there's not much. I really wanted to do perspective where he's got at least something out in front of us. So if I was going to do that in perspective, I'd have to have like the manhole cover be big and then his head be small. Got the big hand. Let's see. This kind of reminds me of like the headless horseman. Let's see. Got his foot kind of sticking out, his hand right here. This leg will be down a little bit, but this one, and his head would be small. This is in the back. Okay, so this would be like his leg. That's not as much fun. His butt, kind of, sort of. This is like his crotch area. No. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, so original idea, let's go back to the original idea. This is his hand. We'll have lightning, yada yada yada. I wanted his head angled down and that way. I want his body kind of twisting. So you don't see this arm. Maybe it'll be down here. This could hold, and then this could be the lightning bolt. Like this could be his leg. Could have a little bit of lightning here, kind of energizing the, let's see. Okay, and get kind of a glimpse of his symbol. His head obscures a lot more. And then I got the dreadlocks and that thing he wears on his head. And his jacket billowing. So there's one idea, but I'm not sure. Oh, hi you guys. Oh, sweet. I want to see your t-shirts. Hi Starlight, Charisse, hi Amaris. Yeah, I'm coming up with an idea for my next jacket. This would be for this would be as Huey as Static Shock, and I just didn't want to use the same pictures. I wanted him to kind of have, like, I don't know, an action pose or something like that. And I could probably just put Static here, or City or something like that as the manhole cover. Let's see, and I could put his shoe right here. This could be his fist. This could be like a shit ton of lightning. Let's see. That one's not too bad. I haven't seen this pose, but I think I might want to bring him out a little bit more. Give this really big hand. Let's see. This is almost like a Spider-Man pose. So I want to, maybe he'll be looking down on us. So like he's above us and we're looking up at him. Let's see. I can bring this back more so I can see his symbol. This is his arm. And it's holding that. Got his foot out like this. This can even come out further. And this can even come up, but it has to be behind the hoodie. You know, maybe I should look at like the Green Goblin. He sits on something, and that might give me some ideas on how I could do his pose. That's not bad. It looks a little awkward. Like this is his arm. This is his hand gripping. This is the other hand back here. I don't like this shoulder in the way though. Let me see if I can get rid of that shoulder there. Put the shoulder more off to the side there. That way I got this kind of action going. Okay, he looks a lot more menacing. Okay, and then this shoulder would have to go back behind his head. And then this chest can go out a little more. You see his crotch would be about right there. Okay, so have that grip the manhole cover. I have no idea what kind of treads he's got on his shoe. This one I can get away with not showing the foot if I wanted to. Bring this down. can get away with, let's see, that's his jacket can either go that way or it can go down that way, and then I can have electricity here. And let's see, his knee would probably be about right here. Thigh, calf, and then foot. And let's see, I might be able to get away with this. All right. And then his jacket will probably have to come out this way. Even, no, because if he's swooping this way, his jacket will have to be behind him. Okay, so knee, calf. Okay, so this hand and this foot are going to be pretty big. And it's aiming forward. Okay, so part of his jacket will probably come over that. His knee, I'll assume that is covered up here. It still changes the dynamic of how I really wanted him on the shirt. Or on the jacket. I like this pose, but I really like this one. I don't know, but this one seems a little more Green Goblin-ish. And that would be kind of funny to have maybe a pumpkin all lit up with lightning. That might not be a bad idea either. Oh man, like Huey being the, what is it called? One of the guys of the apocalypse. One of the bringers of the apocalypse. And then his dreadlocks will go maybe about this, like, or braid. No, he didn't have braids. He has, yeah, the dreadlocks for Static would go this way. Let's see. Okay, so I got this idea. I like this one. I kind of like this one. It's a little bit more cramped. So you see more of his knee here. I could have, instead of him gripping the thing here, he could have his fingers out beyond it. Gosh, it's really obscuring this part though. So this would be like, oops. This would be like that. Let's see. And I'll probably have like some dreadlocks coming in front of his face. Oh, let me try this one. Okay. Let's see. Fresh piece of paper. Okay. All right. so we got Huey's head. Let's see. Huey. Not that one. This one. There we go. Let me throw some music on. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me turn it down a bit. Okay. Let me move this screen over so I can still see the chat. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that would be like that. His head's not tilted enough, I don't think. He doesn't really have a bridge of his nose. Let's see. Unless... I guess he does. Bring his eye down some. And get the angle first. I've been thinking about different characters that would look awesome with other people's abilities or something like that. Like I had done, or funny, you know. Like I was thinking, you know, like what I did for the Sailor Moon and merged with Hulk. And I was wondering what it would look like if, let's see, like if somebody had Goku's power, you know, where he becomes a Super Saiyan. So I would draw like maybe a Marvel character Super Saiyan out, or I don't know, maybe Superman trying to become Super Saiyan, or somebody even funnier. Let's see. Or like Perry White. I think his name is Perry White. Either Perry White or J. Jonah Jameson. Becoming like Spider-Man. You know, because he had too much coffee. He's like climbing the walls. And he hates Spider-Man. Something like that. So I've been like brainstorming different characters that could do that. That would look funny. And I would like put them on a t-shirt. Like maybe somebody going anime. Like I gotta think of somebody like maybe Doctor Strange as being what is it called? Like in Berserk, where he has a giant sword. Like somebody who would wield a sword, but it would be like from an anime. I don't think my eyes are big enough. I don't like the nose. I don't even like the expression. Usually Huey doesn't have his mouth open like that. He's more like a, a pouting kind of guy. Let's see. Let me bring his head up more. And I want his eyes to look this way. His brother might look good as a as Static instead, but I like Huey because he's got attitude. His brother's got more attitude, but bring this down. This might be too low. Make his eye bigger. Yeah, his eye needs to be bigger and closer. I like the style of the Boondocks, the way that they're drawn. It's pretty cool. Okay, just color this in just a bit so I kind of have an idea of what's going on. Okay. Okay, so if he's going to be, oh, Static. Let's see. This is just a quick sketch of, let's see. Oh, I'm too far over. So I kind of want it like I should be playing, you know, instead of that other kid, Jaden, uh, like I should be playing Static Shock, not that Jaden creep. Whoops. Maybe I'll change the way his body pose is. Do this sort of thing. Shoulder needs to be higher up. I might have to change his face. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change his face. One where he's maybe looking more forward. Let's see, and down. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Let's do this. I love these damn eyebrows. They almost look like lightning bolts. I know right now it doesn't look that much like him, but I'm just trying to get the right pose first, and then I'll draw a better picture of him on the shirt so it looks like him, definitely. That has to come down more. Let's see, let me put this down. Okay. And then he's got the shadow. or the Crumpus guy. I'm wondering if I could come up with something for him. Not that I really want to, he's an ass. Okay, so anyway. Okay, so if I have his face down like this, I don't know if I have to change his head. Okay, let me do the pose first. Let's see if I've got the pose down. Do that. We have the static symbol. Let's see, I think the shoot, I don't like this. No, now I want the face to be more like this. Slight angle. Throw the dreadlock in his face. We'll put okay, so will this pose work? Let's see, that's the big question. Will it look like crap? Okay, so I had part of his knee. Come on. Right there. Yeah, that's the downside, is if I do it this way, I won't see much of his costume. Let's see, I'll bring that down more. Let's see, which way was that knee going? This knee was going this way. This has to come down, so this has to go at an angle. Shite. I hate wasting so much paper. But, c'est la vie. And the head is in the wrong position. Okay. Well, better to do this than to waste my time on putting it on a jacket and then like quitting because it looks like crap. Let's see. Bring that shoulder down a little bit more. kneecap. Oh, awkward. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got our dreadlocks, but I don't like the head position. Either it needs to come down and look at us. Yeah, still trying to figure out what's going on with this leg. So, like, da, da, da. I don't know if it should go out and come, but then it would have to go this way. Okay, this might work. There we go. Okay, not bad. So maybe if I bring the head down more, like maybe down here. Okay, so we got our shoulders. Do I want Huey's head to come forward, or do I want it to be back? And do I want it to face, I could have it face this way. Let's see what it looks like if it faces that way. Okay. And it's funny, this is the stuff that I wanted to see from other artists. Instead of them just having the picture already done, this is the crap that I want to see. I want to see them put the work in. We know that they can color, but I want to see how they design. You know, so I don't know if that would help me in my processes. You know, but it's kind of cool to watch other people struggle. Yeah, because when people do the YouTube videos, they always seem so perfect, you know, and it might be kind of cool to see a little bit of I don't want to say fail, but I don't know, the work. See them put work towards it. Now he looks like one of those little animals, one of those furries or something like that. Yeah. It's one thing to kind of see it in your mind, it's another thing to execute. And this is making it look more furry-like. I'll go ahead and ink it in so that you can see it a lot better. Let me zoom in on my source image here. I was even thinking of drawing Huey looking like, what's his name? Afro Samurai. It's like, I want an Afro Samurai picture of some sort on my clothing. If not on my clothes, on a bag. That would be so cool. Just something that I don't always carry a bag with me. Sometimes I'm wearing a backpack more than anything. But I do wear like a jacket around my waist that's reflective, fluorescent, because I don't want to get hit while I'm riding my bike. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw some dreadlocks this way. That's okay. Try to clean up some of these lines here before I ink it. Okay, here we go. It kind of sucks that my source image is an animated GIF, so I'm kind of like having to look at it while it's kind of relaxed when it finally stops. And I'm trying to decide if I want to have his teeth show or not. Let me have his teeth show. Okay, make sure that my eye is not too close to the other. Let's see, it looks like it follows like right after the nostril, so like right here, but his eyebrows. This is kind of fun. Now that I'm kind of getting it to look almost like him. It's going to be fun trying to match the paint too. Gotta give this more white space here. Got to make sure these eyebrows are nice and thick. And pointed. I apologize if you hear my neighbor's music. They are hard of hearing and they like to play their music crazy loud. I mean, right now those guys are right across the street and it is louder than me. So I apologize for that. I'll see if I can turn up my sound a bit so that we don't have to hear their music. It's pretty bad. There we go. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask them in the comments and I'll see if I can answer them. Let's see. Huey. Okay. Get those ears. Ooh, he's got a lot of things going on with his ears here. And he's got some shadow action going on. And then he's also got his frown lines. And he's got a lot more forehead than this. So let me throw more forehead on here. A little bit more. Okay. Let's see, so we got that action going. Okay. All right. Wish I could freeze the image. There we go. Finally. Woof. Okay. And I gotta give it a little bit more space on this side. This eye needs to be a little bigger. Okay. All right. Woof. Okay. Alrighty, and he's not that hard. That's what's sad about this. Okay, so let me get his iconic look here. He's got a big ear. Whoops. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay, oof. Let me tilt it up so I can see, make sure I have the right. Ooh, he's a little slanted. That's what happens when you draw with the paper down. You might want to tilt your papers up every now and then to make sure that your perspective isn't off. And let's see, his nose isn't like that. I apologize if it's hard to see. I have to make some adjustments because it's like all slanting this way and it's not supposed to, not like this, not this bad. And if you're drawing something the same as somebody else, make sure that you get really good source images. My source image sucks. It's animated. I should chose something else, but this was fast and easy. Famous last words. I don't know if this should do this, because I've seen him with his arm back. Okay, alright, stop changing it. Okay, let's get the static outfit. Zoom out. Okay, static, static, static. Where's your outfit? There we go. That's not it. That's it. Okay. I like the one with the blue and the yellow and the black. This is black. It's like he's got an inner shirt, outer shirt, and then it's black. Oh, he's even got like a little thing holding it, like a little, I don't want that on there though. He's got like this little, I don't want to say bar, but he's got it connected with a little string or something like that. I am not liking that it's really super slanted, but that's what the source image looks like. Oh, well, shucky ducky. Okay. Da 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 da. Got yellow. Let's see. I'm gonna have to look at a doll. Oh, here we go. That's not bad. And then it's all in a circle. Okay. Okay, he's got boots. Let me see your boots, bro. I did like the white t-shirt look too. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do the black, the blue, and yellow outfit. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay. Let's see if I have his arm going back. Maybe that won't look so bad. And then he's got that action going on. Okay, he's got this visor thing, and then he's got the mask. And I'm going to keep the eyebrows because I don't want to lose them. I worked too hard on these damn eyebrows to lose them. Cover them up with a mask. No. And I'll just toss that under there. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay. I think I can live with that on a jacket. This has to be smaller though, because it's going back. So let me make his hand a little smaller. Put it down here. Ooh, we'll put it down here. Or do I want it back like this? I think I want it back like this. Okay, so here's his sleeve. So it would be something like this. Oops. He's got some weird glove action going here. He's got his sleeve. It's like this is black, and then this is blue. This is all black. He's got some crap on the sides here. On his calf, they're like yellow. So this is more like down on his ankle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's got this weird cuff. I guess they're high tops. Okay, and this is all black. Let's see, we'll have his jacket like that. And then we'll bring a little bit of his jacket like right here. Okay, and that comes up black. Yeah, I'm not losing these eyebrows. We'll make the mask a little bigger. These eyebrows will work. And that's part of Huey. So this is white, this is blue, this is black with like a white highlight. Nothing on his knee. Okay, here's his shirt. It's not even his shirt anymore. This is all black. Got blue around here. So we kind of have him doing this sort of thing. There we go. And then we'll bring his eyebrows down a little bit more. That's what I needed. We'll bring that up a little bit more. Okay. Thanks for your patience. I thought I would have been able to whip this out a lot faster. It's changed and evolved a bit from my original idea. And so, just go with it. Oh, did I put that board? Yeah, the board's under here. So let's see if we can throw some dreadlocks in here. And then I'll throw some lightning. Put that in here. Because the shirt is black, I probably won't be able to trace this, and this is not to the scale that I want, so I'm going to be redrawing this again. But now that I have an idea of the way I'm going to have it look, let's see, we'll have that here, we'll put his cuff down here. It'll be a lot faster now. And then when I color, it'll be kind of like flat shading. See, and this is kind of like yellow where his waist is. This is like kind of high top shoes. Let's see, and they go right on into the yellow parts. They go right on into his shoe, like he's wearing spandex instead of jeans or slacks or whatever. Let's see, I'm gonna have to add another. He's got like a little belt buckle that goes sideways. No, it goes sideways. Okay. Go get it, Huey. Oops. Okay. Alright, close enough for government work. Okay, and then I'll throw the whatever in there, and then I'll have like some swishings. Okay, not bad. Only thing I would probably change is make the head a little smaller and the arm a lot bigger. I think that's probably the only thing I would change on this. So, okay, let me go ahead and get started on the shirt, or the jacket rather. I've already put it on my hoop, and I got this massive hoop, and it may be difficult for you to see everything at once. Let's see, yep. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this a little higher. Let's see, what do I have? I need a box. I think there's a box behind me. Woo, nothing but black, right? Okay. Let's see. This is going to be hellified awkward and still not much better. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I gotta use the bathroom. So, crap. Okay, so that's about as much as we're going to be able to see. Okay. And I'll see if I can spin this around as I go or something. Let me see if I can alter. It's not, that's a little bit better. This is dead center right here. And I'm just going to put him all up in this mug right here. So it may be a little difficult for you guys to see, but you'll be able to see it as I go. Hopefully. Okay. I have to alter it up a little bit. Okay, here we go. I am using a Stabilo, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. In white. Yep. Okay. So we'll put his head here. And then I'm just going to make everything else a little bigger. Throw his hand right here. And this is fun. This is going to wash out later. Okay, so I need to make this a lot bigger. And I can bring his head up a little higher. I can even wipe it, or I can get like a little wet rag and dab at it. So his head's right here. Body's tilting. Got the 4 thingamabobs on his pants, the yellow. And what I need to do is once I get the image down, I'm going to have to prime it with white so that the other colors will stand out. Otherwise I'll just be wasting a lot of color to try to get it to come out. Black is very overwhelming. There we go. It's going to be like right there. So this needs to be bigger. And I'll probably have maybe some lightning bolts coming out of his hand, or just lighting up the manhole cover. So his shoulder more this way, because it's like he's kind of leaning with his shoulder. And there's the cuff. There's his wrist, kind of, sort of. Okay, his crotch is a little bit further down this way. His jacket. No, I don't want his head tilted that far down. I think I wanted it up higher. Okay. Oh, cool. It looks like it's capturing the entire black part, so yay. That's one of my biggest fears, is that I'll spend an hour or two drawing and nobody sees it because the screen was not big enough. Let me make sure that YouTube is catching it. I could see it on my bad boy over here. Yep, just fine. Okay. Yeah, this may be boring for you guys. But for me, it's kind of exhilarating because it's like, yay, finally. Finally getting it out. Okay. Okay, let's do Huey's face. Oh, let's get his dreadlocks in there. What's cool is I might not have to do too much work on his dreadlocks. I might throw some black on there, but I might not have to because, you know, this is black. But I'll probably outline it in white. There we go. Put this in here. Let's see. Ah, my pencil's getting dull. Okay, I need to sharpen it. Let's see if I've got my pencil sharpener nearby. Yep. See, once I get the lines down, I'm going to take a quick break and use the bathroom and come back and we'll start laying down a little bit of the white paint, or I'll just go ahead and end it here and then do more later. And eventually I'll make this into a speed video, so if you happen to miss this or don't want to catch 2 hours worth of drawing or whatever, you can catch the speed video instead. You just won't have any explanation. Not that I've given too much of it, but at least you were able to see my progression on how I got to this point. Okay, dun, dun, dun. There's that line. Now, if you don't have this kind of pencil, say you want to do this on dark fabric, and you don't have this kind of pencil, you can always use Crayola, uh, a Crayola pencil or a Crayola crayon. You could use one of those to get your white down. You could use chalk. I don't recommend chalk because if you go over it, it'll definitely disappear. But, you know, whatever works for you to get your design onto your dark fabric. Ooh, this is eating up my pencil. When you do sharpen your pencils, you don't want them to be too sharp. You don't want the leads to break or get caught into the fabric itself. So you want it moderately dull, but not to the point where, you know, you can't get any decent lines out of it. Okay, I gotta tilt this a little bit so I can see it better. Yeah, a lot of these lines will disappear as I create them because I'm going to have to paint. And I'll probably end up replacing the lines and whatnot, but it's kind of like a guide for me. All right. Okay, so I've got the basics on. And a lot of this is going to get painted over anyway. I leave myself some hint lines. So like wherever the white is here, I'll be painting white around each edge of it. And then when I'm ready, I'll go over it with black. Or I'll let the fabric itself be the black that I need. Okay. Alrighty. I've got the major lines down. I'm going to be using my tulip fabric paint, and I'm also going to be using some of this Arteza fabric paint. I might see if my markers will work on some of this, and I will return about 3 o'clock or so after eating lunch and relaxing a bit, letting my eyes relax a little bit, and I'll see you later. Okay, this is what I have, and thank you for watching. Bye bye. I'll see you in a bit.